Welcome back to another video. In today's video we practice DMV Real Test paper. If you want to test this real test paper, then you can visit our website practicetestdmv.com, the link is given in the description. Question 1. What should you do when you don't see any other vehicles around you while driving? A. You may legally exceed the posted speed limit. B. You must still signal for turns and lane changes. C. You are not required to signal for turns and lane changes. Correct answer, B. You must still signal for turns and lane changes. Even when you don't see any other vehicles around you while driving, you have to signal for any turns and lane changes. This is good for your driving safety. Question 2. Which of these statements is true about slippery road surfaces? A. On cold days, shade from buildings or trees can hide spots of ice. B. Driving on wet leaves on the road will give you extra traction. C. The pavement is slippery when it first starts to rain on a hot day than it is afterwards. Correct answer, A. On cold days, shade from buildings or trees can hide spots of ice. Some road surfaces are more slippery than others when wet. These usually have warning signs posted. Here are situations where the road may be more slippery. Shade from trees or buildings can hide icy spots on cold, wet days. These areas freeze first and dry out last. Bridges and overpasses tend to freeze before the rest of the road. They can have icy spots. When it starts to rain, the pavement can be very slippery. Question 3. You are involved in a minor accident at an intersection. There are no injuries and very little vehicle damage. You should A. Leave your vehicle in the traffic lane until law enforcement arrives. B. Move your vehicle out of the traffic lane, if possible. C. Not move your vehicle for any reason. Correct answer, B. Move your vehicle out of the traffic lane, if possible. After a collision, if no one has been injured or killed and you can safely do so, you should move your vehicle out of the traffic lane. Question 4. If you are riding in a vehicle equipped with a lap belt and also a separate shoulder belt, you are A. Only required to use the lap belt. B. Only required to use the shoulder belt. C. Required to use both the lap and shoulder belt. Correct answer, C. Required to use both the lap and shoulder belt. If you are in a vehicle that has a seat belt system with a separate lap belt and shoulder belt, you are required to use both of them at the same time. Question 5. Which of these statements about drugs and driving is true? A. Any prescription drug is safe to use if you don't feel drowsy. B. Even over-the-counter drugs can impair your driving. C. Only illegal drugs can impair your driving. Correct answer, B. Even over-the-counter drugs can impair your driving. Legal prescription and over-the-counter medications can impair your ability to drive, including those taken for colds, fevers, allergies, or to calm nerves or muscles. It is illegal to drive under the influence of any drug that impairs your ability to drive safely. This law does not differentiate between illegal, prescription, or over-the-counter drugs. Question 6. If you have trouble seeing other vehicles because of dust or smoke blowing across the roadway, you should drive slower and turn on your A. Defroster. B. Parking lights. C. Headlights. Correct answer, C. Headlights. You must turn on your headlights any time conditions prevent you from seeing other vehicles. Other drivers may have trouble seeing you, too. Question 7. You should allow more space in front of your vehicle when following large trucks because A. You need the extra room to see around the truck. B. Their heavier weight allows them to stop more quickly than you. C. If you follow too closely, you will get caught in the wind draft caused by the truck. Correct answer, A. You need the extra room to see around the truck. When following large trucks, it is important to allow more space in front of your vehicle because you need the extra room to see around the truck. Large trucks have a higher profile and can obstruct your view of the road ahead. By maintaining a greater distance, you can have a better line of sight, which is crucial for anticipating any potential hazards or obstacles that may arise. This helps ensure your safety and allows you to react promptly to any situations that may occur. Question 8. After passing a car, it is safe to return to your driving lane when A. The driver you just passed signals you to return to your lane. B. You signal for 3 seconds your intention to return to your lane. C. You see the headlights of the passed car in your rearview mirror. Correct answer: C. You see the headlights of the passed car in your rearview mirror. Before you return to your driving lane, be sure you are not dangerously close to the vehicle you have just passed. One way to do this is to look for the vehicle in your inside rearview mirror. When you can see both headlights in your rearview mirror, you may have enough room to return to your driving lane. Question 9. A red arrow pointing to the right on a traffic light means you may A. Turn in that direction after slowing and checking traffic. B. Not turn in that direction until the light turns green. C. Turn in that direction after you come to a complete stop. Correct answer: B. Not turn in that direction until the light turns green. A red arrow means stop. You must remain stopped until a green light or green arrow appears. Do not turn against a red arrow. Question 10. You are approaching a green traffic light, but traffic is blocking the intersection. What is the best thing to do? A. Partially enter the intersection to establish your right-of-way. B. Don't enter the intersection until you can get completely across. C. Continue into the intersection and wait for traffic to clear. Correct answer: B. Don't enter the intersection until you can get completely across. Even if your light is green, you must not enter an intersection unless you can get completely through the intersection before the light turns red. If you block the intersection, you can be cited. Question 11. You are driving and there are oncoming cars on your left and a row of parked cars on your right. You should steer A. Closer to the oncoming cars than the parked cars. B. Closer to the parked cars than the oncoming cars. C. A middle course between the oncoming and parked cars. Correct answer: C. A middle course between the oncoming and parked cars. If there are oncoming vehicles to your left and a row of parked vehicles to your right, the best thing to do is to split the difference. Steer a middle course between the oncoming cars and the parked cars. Question 12. You exit a freeway on a ramp that curves downhill. You should A. Slow to a safe speed before the curve. B. Slow to the posted speed limit for the freeway. C. Wait until you have entered the curve to begin braking. Correct answer: slow to a safe speed before the curve. You should always slow down before entering a curve. You may not be able to see hazards ahead and braking in a curve may cause your vehicle to skid. Question 13. Which of the following is true about vehicles displaying a diamond-shaped sign, indicating a hazardous load? A. They are not allowed to drive on freeways. B. They must stop before crossing railroad tracks. C. They are not allowed to exceed 35 miles per hour. Correct answer: B. They must stop before crossing railroad tracks. A diamond-shaped sign on a truck means that the truck's load may be dangerous, gas, explosives, etc. Vehicles with these signs must stop before crossing railroad tracks. Question 14. Safely backing your vehicle requires all of the following, except A. Looking over your right shoulder as you back up. B. Checking your vehicle's surroundings. C. Tapping your horn before you back up. Correct answer: C. Tapping your horn before you back up. Backing up is always dangerous because it is hard to see behind your vehicle. Prior to entering your vehicle, check your surroundings to be aware of any potential hazards. When you are backing out of a parking space, look over your shoulder to maintain awareness of your surroundings. Question 15. When parking your vehicle on any hill. A. One of your rear wheels should touch the curb. B. Use your parking brake and leave the vehicle in gear or park. C. Your front wheels should be parallel to the road if there is no curb. Correct answer, B. Use your parking brake and leave the vehicle in gear or park. When parking on a hill, you should always leave your vehicle in gear or in the park position. If there is no curb, you should turn your front wheels so that the vehicle will roll away from the center of the road if the brakes fail. If there is a curb, the front wheels should be turned toward it, if headed downhill, or away from and gently touching it, if headed uphill. Question 16. Which of these vehicles must stop before crossing railroad tracks? A. Tank trucks marked with hazardous materials placards. B. Motorhomes or pickup trucks towing a trailer. C. Sport utility vehicles carrying 4 or more persons. Correct answer, A. Tank trucks marked with hazardous materials placards. Trucks transporting hazardous loads must stop before they cross railroad tracks. Question 17. This sign means A. One-lane road ahead. B. Merging lane ahead. C. Lane ends ahead. Correct answer, B. Merging lane ahead. Merge signs indicate the driver should be prepared to merge with vehicles on a separate road. The merging traffic sign will use an arrow to show which roadway is merging. Question 18. What is the difference between traffic lights with red arrows and those with solid red lights? A. Red arrows are only used to stop traffic which is turning left. B. Red arrows are only used for protected turn lanes. C. You cannot turn against a red arrow, even if you stop first. Correct answer, C. You cannot turn against a red arrow, even if you stop first. You may sometimes turn right when stopped by a solid red light. You may never turn left or right when stopped by a traffic light with a red arrow. Question 19. Large trucks turning right onto a street with 2 lanes in each direction. A. May complete their turn in either the left or right lane. B. Often have to use part of the left lane to complete the turn. C. Must stay in the right lane at all times. Correct answer, B. Often have to use part of the left lane to complete the turn. Large trucks must often swing wide to complete a right turn. A truck making a right turn may initially appear to be turning left because of the need to swing wide. When behind a turning truck, you should pay attention to the truck's turn signal to be aware of which way the trucker actually intends to turn. Question 20. A police officer is signaling you to continue driving through a red traffic light. What should you do? A. Stop first. Then do what the officer tells you. B. Wait for the green light. C. Do as the officer tells you. Correct answer, C. Do as the officer tells you. You must obey any traffic direction, order, or signal given by a traffic officer, peace officer, or firefighter, even if it conflicts with existing signs, signals, or laws. Question 21. At intersections, crosswalks, and railroad crossings, you should always A. Stop, listen, and proceed if you cannot hear anything. B. Look to the sides of your vehicle. C. Concentrate on the road directly ahead. Correct answer, B. Look to the sides of your vehicle. Any time you come to a place where people may cross or enter your path, or where one line of traffic meets another, you should look to the left and right sides of your vehicle to make sure no one is coming. Question 22. When making a right turn from a highway with 2 lanes in your direction, you may turn from A. The lane closest to the center of the road. B. The lane nearest the curb or edge of the roadway. C. Either lane, depending on oncoming traffic. Correct answer, B. The lane nearest the curb or edge of the roadway. Begin and end the turn in the lane nearest the right-hand curb. Do not swing wide into another lane of traffic. Question 23. At dawn or dusk, or in rain or snow, it can be hard to see and be seen. A good way to let other drivers know you are there is to turn A. Up the instrument panel lights. B. On your parking lights. C. On your headlights. Correct answer, C. On your headlights. At dawn or dusk, or in rain or snow, it can be hard to see and be seen. A good way to let other drivers know you are there is to turn on your headlights. Question 24. Pedestrians crossing at corners have the right of way. A. Only at controlled intersections. B. Only when a crosswalk is painted on the street. C. Whether or not a crosswalk is marked. Correct answer, C. Whether or not a crosswalk is marked. Respect the right of way of pedestrians. Always stop for any pedestrian crossing at a corner or crosswalk, even if the corner is without traffic signal lights. You should stop for pedestrians crossing at any crosswalk, whether or not the crosswalk is marked by painted lines. Question 25. You must use your seat belt. A. Unless you are riding in a vehicle built before 1978. B. If the vehicle is equipped with seat belts. C. Unless you are riding in a limousine. Correct answer, B. If the vehicle is equipped with seat belts. Use of seat belts is required for the driver and all passengers, including children who are over 8 years old or are at least 4 feet 9 inches tall. You must wear seat belts and shoulder harnesses even if the vehicle has airbags. If your vehicle is equipped with separate lap and shoulder belts, you must use both. Thanks for watching. If you found this content is helpful for you, please hit the like and share button and show your support by subscribing to our YouTube channel.